Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're tackling a big one. How to go from feeling like roommates back to feeling like lovers. See, if you've been in a relationship where the passion has cooled, the spark feels dim, and you're literally starting to wonder if this is just the new normal, you're going to want to stick around and listen to this. Because I'm going to show you a step-by-step plan to restore intimacy in just 30 days. Now, this is not theory, it's not a fairy tale. These are real strategies that work when both partners are willing to lean into it. So let's talk about the problem. Let's get real for a second. Too many couples wake up one day and realize they're living like roommates. Here's what it looks like. You share bills, you share space, you even share a bed. But what you don't share anymore is connection. It happens slowly over time. Work schedules get crazy. Kids take all your energy. Phones start stealing attention. Date nights fade away. And without realizing it, you've stopped being intentional lovers and you've settled into being just logistical partners. And here's the danger. If intimacy dies, eventually the relationship itself starts gasping for air. But here's the good news. Just because the spark went out doesn't mean that the fire is gone. With the right steps, you can actually reignite it faster than you think. But it takes a mindset shift. So before we get into this 30-day plan, let's talk mindset for a moment. See, because if you approach this like a chore, like, 30 days of marriage homework, forget it. Here's the shift that has to happen. Intimacy is not something that you just get. It's something that you must create. So think of your relationship like a garden. If you don't water it, weeds grow. If you don't tend to it, it dies. But if you do intentionally plant water, you prune it, you get growth, you get beauty, you get fruit. So for the next 30 days, you and your partner are going to become gardeners on purpose, not waiting for feelings to magically return, but actually choosing to cultivate them daily. So the first thing you got to do is a 30-day framework. And here's the roadmap. I'm going to break it down into 4 weeks, and each week has a focus. And if you follow this, you'll feel the difference, both emotionally and physical intimacy, by the end of it. So week 1 focuses on reconnecting emotionally. It focuses on bringing back conversation and curiosity. And you do this by daily check-ins. Like every night, spend 10 minutes talking without screens on. Ask questions like, what was the best part of your day? What was the hardest part? And then listen. Don't fix. Because listening is validation. And validation builds intimacy. Write love notes to each other. Go old school, but powerful. Like a sticky note on the mirror. A text in the middle of the day. Just a few words that say, man, I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. Here's why this matters so much. When emotional intimacy grows, physical intimacy naturally follows. But most couples skip this part, and then they wonder why passion feels forced. Week 2, we're going to focus on rebuilding affection, like safe, non-sexual touch. And one of the ways to accomplish this is by implementing what I call the rule of 7. Give at least 7 touches a day. A hand squeeze, a shoulder rub, a kiss that lasts longer than 3 seconds. Begin to sit close to each other again, on the couch, in church, at dinner. No more you sit over there and I sit over here. Begin hug therapy. When you hug for 20 seconds, your body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Do it. This matters because physical intimacy doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts with affection throughout the entire day. I call it priming the pump. Week 3 focuses on reigniting romance, fun and novelty. So plan 2 dates. One that's light and fun, like bowling, dancing, a cooking class. And then one that's meaningful and deep, a dinner where you ask each other intentional questions. Begin to focus on flirting again. Send playful texts. Wink at each other from across the room. Remember how you acted when you first met? Do that. Surprise each other. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. It could just be each other's favorite snack, a playlist, a handwritten letter. And here's why this is so important. Because novelty creates dopamine, the same chemical that made you fall in love. See, bringing in play and surprise, it wakes up attraction. And finally, week 4, this is where we restore passion. And the focus is physical intimacy. You gotta schedule it. Yes, schedule it. Spontaneity is great, but if you wait for the mood, you'll keep waiting. You gotta put it on the calendar. You gotta begin to create rituals like light candles, play music, lock your door, build an atmosphere that says, this is sacred space for us. But then you also have to talk about intimacy. Share what you like, what you need, what helps you feel close. Intimacy grows when communication deepens. This matters because sex isn't just physical. It's spiritual, it's emotional, it's covenantal. When you restore it, the whole relationship feels renewed. Now let's be real. Life will test all of this. You'll feel too tired, too busy. Maybe one of you feels more into it than the other. Here's how to push through. Commit to the process, not the feeling. Feelings will catch up. See, and then give grace over perfection. If you miss a day, don't quit. Just pick back up. Keep moving. Remember the why. See, you're not just restoring passion. You're building a legacy of love for your kids, for your family, for your future. So picture this. 30 days from now, you're not just passing each other in the hallways. You're actually laughing again. You're holding hands again. You're looking at each other with spark in your eyes again. And that's not a fantasy. That's a choice. You chose that. And if you commit to this plan, it can actually be your reality. So if this video spoke to you, don't just click away. Take action. Sit down with your spouse tonight. Share this plan and start day 1. And hey, if you found this helpful, hit that like button. Subscribe for more marriage and relationship content. And share this with another couple who needs some encouragement. And if you and your spouse, what I like to call, if you're high achievers, you've done well in your careers, but your marriage feels stuck. If you've lost the communication, the connection, or the intimacy that you once had, I want to personally invite you to book a free 15-minute discovery call with me. Now on this call, here's what we do. We do 3 simple but effective and powerful things. Number 1, we discover exactly where your marriage stands today on a scale from 1 to 10. Number 2, we're going to discuss what it would take to move your marriage back toward a 10. And number 3, we're going to decide the next steps that will actually sustain that change. Simply go to the3dformula.com. Pick a time and let's get you both on the path back to a marriage that you love before it's too late. Remember, marriages don't fall apart because of one giant thing. They drift apart when we ignore the little things. So take the first step today, and I'll see you on the call. Make it an amazing day.